Today's episode is brought to you by Grampian Graphics, Aberdeen's vehicle branding and wrapping specialists. If you want to turn your vehicle into a moving advert for your business, their expert team can design and install high-quality wraps that get your brand noticed everywhere you go. From single vans to fleets, Grampian Graphics creates bold, eye-catching designs that help businesses stand out on the road. A professionally wrapped vehicle works for you 24 hours a day, promoting your business wherever you drive. To see their latest work or get a quote, search Grampian Graphics on social media. Grampian Graphics, style that sticks.
Coming up on this week's Sheepfiddlers Podcast, a week is a long time in football, but apparently not long enough to avoid Dundee. We'll pick apart a frustrating afternoon at Dens Park and ask, bad day at the office or reasons to be concerned? There's the latest Aberdeen and Scottish football news, the rule book is back out for another John Bleating section, and we're all ready for the bleat of the week. Then it's Dundee again, this time at the Tawdry. In the cup, with one big question, will we get the reaction we're all demanding? Plenty to debate, this is the Sheepfiddlers Podcast.
Welcome to the Sheepfiddlers Podcast. How are we today?
Right, all good.
Yeah. I'm alright, yeah. Started got home shirt yet, like.
Not the only one.
We've rested nice after Saturday.
No.
Oh,
It wasn't
Okay, so plenty to get through this week as we look back at a difficult afternoon at Dens Park and we asked what went wrong for Aberdeen against Dundee and how worried are we all? We've got the latest Aberdeen news, a roundup of the Premiership results, Scottish football news, and of course everyone's favourite weekly refreshing therapy session, the John Bleating section. Then, because once apparently wasn't enough, we've got Dundee again. We'll preview Saturday's Premier Sports Cup match and ask what reaction do we need to see at Tawdry. Plus Al gets his weekly licence to moan and bleat of the week. We've also had another coffee bought for us this week, so Liam can get himself a bottle of Fanta. Plenty to discuss, plenty to debate. This is the Sheepfiddlers Podcast, so let's get into it. Right, plenty to get through, so no time to waste. We start as I always do with everything that's happening around Tawdry. So let's get into this week's Aberdeen news. So the Dons have signed 25-year-old Belgian forward Mitchy Ntelo from Swiss side Verdon Sport. Is that your Darcel Avon, is it? For an undisclosed fee, Ntelo becomes Aberdeen's 36th player in the squad. Surely we're going to have people going out the door.
Yeah, we say so, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, Stephen Robb did say he wanted about 26 players in his squad, so yeah, we've got to trim at least 10.
Yeah.
I think you were speaking earlier on, Al, about, transfer market still open till when?
Oh, yeah, it's still open till the end of August, isn't it? So,
No, until when?
No, it gets into September.
Remember.
That's right. Gone with that part. I couldn't forget that. We'll be with our 6-7 more signings.
Oh my God. I feel like the monkeys have escaped from my head and fucking infested you lot today.
Yeah. So all weekend watching the Dons, not see it.
Oh, you don't laugh, you'll fucking greet. So, a comment from Facebook kind of about this. Scott McKenzie sees the likes of Yengi, Ambrose, Palaversa, etc. now have to be punted. I can't really argue. None of these, apart from Palaversa, he made League Cup squads, but the other two haven't been near a squad, have they?
No. I would think Ambrose is gone already because I was even known probably, to be honest.
Yeah, you would think that open training, but that's the only we've seen of him.
Yeah.
Ambrose wasn't even in there.
The only squad there ends a firing squad, for me, But you look at the players that we've got. We talk about the keepers. Obviously, Vitov's going out on loan. Mitov's pretty much going, so you've got Muller and Suman. Defence, you've got a dozen to choose from. The ones that aren't playing just now that you're missing is your Tobers, your Devlin, your Frame, your Gyamfi, who's not really getting a sniff at any injury. Canusta coming back as well. Yeah, then you would keep 2 you would get rid of. But that's out of a dozen defenders. And then you move on to your midfield. We've taken in, 8 midfielders. You're going to have to get rid of almost the same again. Because the folk you've taken in are the ones you're keeping. What's going to happen with Palaversa? What's going to happen with Bilalovic? What's going to happen with your youngsters, your Cooper, Masson, your Finn Marshall, obviously Alfie's out on loan. You've just taken in Ntelo or Ntelo, whatever you want to call him. What are we doing? Are we trying to be like Chelsea?
Yeah.
And just,
we're getting close to that
and then you look at your you've got K2 in that as well. Then you look at your forward line. Dugan Yogane get rid. Malua, he's got something there. Nisbet, Yengi get rid. Olasanya, well, he's Olasanya. Get rid of Ambrose. Obviously, Babic is out on loan. And you've got your young man, Fasanya. What are you going to do with him? He's had a couple of appearances, but is that just a nice gesture? Like, this is what you could get. Now go out and loan somewhere else.
Yeah, so Al, you were saying that you need to be 16 to go out on loan. So is that January he'll go out on loan somewhere else? Yeah. They've got 15 and 7 months
and 20 odd or whatever it is.
I think if he's 16 before, he can go out earlier, but then if he's 15 just now, he's going to be fourth year at school. So we can't really put him out. So we can't really put him out on loan because he's still got to go to school.
Yeah, can't go too far. Loan to Cove would be all right. You still make it to school.
I mean, the bottom line is when you get rid of players, simple as that, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But we have known that since before the transfer window.
Yeah, totally.
And doesn't feel like much has been done. I know.
Because we can't sit in our hands and wait for players to leave. We have to sign players to make sure the squad's getting better. So I get what we're doing. There's obviously a bit of short-term pain for long-term gain here in terms of signing players.
Yeah.
But it's still...
I mean,
worrying.
What, Lazovic and Milanovic? Is that the only two? Keskin. So 3 players.
Lazovic has buggered off and started banging in the goals.
Yeah.
I think he scored twice.
And Milanovic scoring a free kick for Western Sydney Wanderers as well.
So what happens when you're negative towards players, don't give them confidence.
And Keskinen saying that Motherwell are going to beat HJK Helsinki. No chance.
Zion left as well.
Yeah.
There's players left.
And obviously, a lot of interest in Mitov in Germany, Denmark, Austria, and Cyprus are countries where clubs are interested in him, apparently.
He's on his final year of contract, though.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realise that, to be honest. It's like a few years ago. Which now makes a difference because he told the club that he doesn't want to sign for us again.
Yeah.
And that's why the club are going, well, we're going to have to cash you in.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if we don't cash in by the end of this transfer window, we're not going to make any money on you.
Yeah. Then he leaves for free, so that's maybe why
they've done what they've done.
Yeah, going to get Muller. That makes perfect fucking sense.
Because Keskinen fucking left because he went to Robinson in the season and said, I want to leave.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, you can't get rid of him. Well, he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Mitov's maybe done the same. He's maybe went, I want a fresh challenge.
As long as we're not letting him go to Dundee or Killy or any other
club in Scotland.
He'll end up back there, just like Keller, who's ended up back in the Premiership.
In back, I don't think we even fucking noticed he was there, to be honest.
The only time he played alright was against us.
To be fair,
there's only we had a penalty, it had gone the wrong way.
There's some good countries there for me off. It's just missing Indonesia.
Yeah.
But you would definitely go to Indonesia if that was available to him.
I feel like we're starting to get tropes.
But what value would you put on him then?
Mitov.
Last year contract.
$250,000.
$250,000?
Last year's contract, and he's not playing for us.
Nah.
It's quite clearly we're trying to sell him to cash in. So that depreciates him.
Nah.
Don't think we're getting $1 million for him.
No, I'll put $500,000.
So yeah,
sell on.
I'd said double your money. So we're bought for 2, get 4 for him. I'd be happy.
Sell on.
And sell on.
Just in case. You never know. Keepers get better with wine. It's like wine. It's like a fine wine, isn't it? It gets better in each.
Keeper gets better wage.
Yeah.
All right, fuck
Yeah.
this are.
You'll end up at the Rangers
Aye, probably.
and end his
Getting
career
better
there.
and all. Can't keep having this. Start liking a player, he fucks off, and then a year later, he's down at Mordor. Yeah, good for him.
To be honest with you, a lot of the our players that went there recently are not playing for them, so don't want
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a shithole.
Yes.
Shit.
And they want to go home.
Okay, so that's enough Aberdeen news for this week. Unfortunately, we've stalled enough. We've talked fish for about 5 minutes, so we're going to have to get on to what happened on Saturday. After late drama and the high of beating Hearts, on the opening day of the season, we headed down to Dundee, hoping to build a wee bit of momentum. Instead, well, let's just say momentum took a day off. So let's get into the nightmare fuel that was Saturday.
We just say it was shite and move on.
I felt the opening 10 minutes were quite even. We got a good opportunity with Armstrong down the left. He cuts the ball back, but unfortunately the three people in the middle all did the same thing. Ran in towards goal, and it's cut back to the edge of the box, and nobody's there to tap it home. Why would three attackers do the same thing?
I generally don't know, because that's what you're taught. And it really boils my piss, because they practice this before they go into the game, put the ball down the line, crossing it in, running around and tapping it in. Fucking every game.
I think the issue was the three attackers that it was. Two of them having a fucking awful game. Of course, Nesbitt's going to be the one that's right in the middle of the box waiting for a cut across, but
But he's
the other two should be dropping back. They should be recognised.
For me, it should be the person who drops back. It should be Fasanya.
Yeah, it should
because
be
he can
the other
see
wing from where you are. Because you're looking across.
Yeah, you can see it for the longest. So he should stay out, and he's good. Well, you say he's got a tap in.
Yeah.
I generally think it goes down to football intelligence and ability. I think the two wingers we had to start off again do not have any football intelligence.
No.
I'd like to think Yogane does, but yet to see it.
They don't know where to be.
The whole thing about him was like last season he was top 80 percentile for dribbling, taking men on, beating men and all that in the whole fucking league. And have we seen him beat one defender for us?
No, but the fucking replacement that Dundee's got for him did.
Yeah.
All fucking game.
He was good.
What Bevan was incredible.
Well,
if anything, it should be in the Scotland team.
He's Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's finished.
No, he's 28, man.
Oh, okay.
It's not even 28.
So Dundee opened the scoring on the 9th minute. Bevan got the ball on the right. Guinness-Walker, he doesn't get close enough.
No.
And the fact that Yogane's with him as well shows he should have gone in for a tackle. Instead, they both try to shield the cross, which is never going to happen. Was it Astley gets the run on, or Wesley, gets the run on Mayo, and he just taps it into the far corner. It's a good goal from Dundee.
No, it's a good goal from
them, but
it's too easy.
It's too easy.
Far too easy.
It's just so simple. And yeah, I felt we started quite well. And then after that, it was like a light switch going off. We were awful from then on. Like,
I think it's a catalogue of headers as well. Because, Yogane doesn't help the left back. Left back doesn't do fucking what he used to do. Centre half gets stuck in no man's land because the player gets in front of him. Dundee do everything right. We just did everything absolutely wrong. But I agree, we did start off well.
just such an easy finish. Like it wasn't.
So
it didn't seem like a great ball across. Like it didn't seem that dangerous. But it's just dropping.
He gets in front of the defender, which every striker's told to do.
Yeah.
But getting in front of the defender and able to meet it on the volley, like as low down, like it's poor from the entire back line. Basically, can't blame the goalie for that one.
No, can't blame him for that. No. What I thought was really weird though was Guinness-Walker actually seemed to have, I know it was for only the opening 9 minutes, but twice Bevan tried to get past him and Guinness-Walker used his body and twice he got fouled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All he has to do is keep doing that and the guy's going to end up booked and he's going to get frustrated and he's going to have a quiet day. But no, you stand off him once and that's what happens. Why change the approach?
Guinness-Walker was definitely to blame for a lot of things, but he's also had Yogane, who was not very good the whole game.
Yes.
So if you're playing with someone in front of you who's not helping track, it's not giving you that advantage to be, 2-on-1 or whatever it is against Bevan, because he's a good player.
Yeah.
You're at a disadvantage straight away.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, he was managing that situation.
I totally agree.
And he changed his approach, and we conceded from it.
Yeah.
He was getting the ball off him, and he was, he had a couple of touches where he was getting past his man and stuff, and he was looking all right. But then, the crosses come from his side. I don't know if he got in his head or something as the game went on, but he was getting beat from then on by Bevan every time he ran at him.
Yeah.
It should have been 2 on 20 minutes. Every Dons player decided to wait for someone else to do something with the ball, and it just seemed to trickle through our back four. Wesley nips in, ran through our defence, and fortunately his finish was pretty poor. He puts it straight at Muller. Look, how can one goal knock so much confidence out of that team?
Well, it should have been a wake-up call. We should have switched on after that, but we did the exact opposite. It just went from bad to worse to even worse still somehow as the game went on. But it was just not fun. I'm glad I wasn't sat next to Davy Robb for that one.
No, we were sat behind some, others, shall we say. One glimmer of light in the first half. Really good corner from Armstrong to the back post. Dan Harpy meets it very well and smashes it off the bar.
God, I don't want to score as well. God. But it was a good header.
Yeah, it was a really good header.
Yeah. And it shows you the threat he's got from set pieces as well.
Happy was maybe the only one of the defenders who wasn't utterly terrible the whole game. He did have his moments. There was one bit he got the ball stuck under his feet and then he nearly broke through. But his passes out the back were all right, and he did win that header and another one later on.
Yeah. Yeah, and there was another great chance for Dundee. Bevan gets in behind on the right. He tries to toe poke it into the far post.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually go out for a by kick, but it showed the danger. They were just dropping the ball in behind our back four.
There could have been 2 or 3 up by that point.
Yeah.
But this was just constant attack after attack from them, and we just weren't dealing with it, weren't capable of dealing with it.
Yeah.
Which again makes me think, why is Yogane and Guinness-Walker not speaking, going, right, let's just settle a little bit here. We need to try and get a hold of this game. Because literally the ball was just going to Bevan every single time.
Yeah.
Just try often control it. During the game, were we looking at the team and like, where's our winger?
Yeah.
It just wasn't there. Yeah. Either side, they just weren't there.
Yeah.
They weren't tracking back, and they weren't giving us an option up front.
Totally.
Guinness-Walker was tucking in as well, far too much.
Yeah, I didn't notice that a lot, actually.
Yeah. Bevan again on 36. Guinness-Walker gives him too much space. Curling effort is well saved by Muller. Yeah, and we're just rinsing and repeating right now for everything that kind of went wrong in that first half.
Yeah.
That's what I said. We should be at 4-0 Dundee right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I said we had a couple of opportunities, but
not really. Like we had
the header,
the Happy header,
and then we had to cut back in the box.
Yeah.
Which no one was there for.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
It's pathetic.
It's bad.
Yeah. So Robinson made the changes at half time. Malua and Smith came on for Yogane and Aremu. Aremu looked like he picked up a knock, but to be honest, he had no grip of that game whatsoever.
Nah, that's probably the worst I've seen him.
Yeah.
Since he came in, when he was that player who hadn't played for like a year or something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
He just...
I didn't have a good game at all.
Yeah, just off it. You know, what you need him to do is battle hard, put in big tackles and that, and just wasn't doing it. And every time he did win the ball, he was giving it away cheaply.
It's also the second week in a row that Yogane hooked at half time. Surely he can't start.
Shady-Mo 2.0.
Oh, God.
Honestly, I've not to say about this game. I've not, I've only seen the highlights. Never saw the game. Wasn't at the game. Bit of a part-timer this week, but doctor's orders again. But maybe his poor performances and his hooking at half-time hopefully is a bit of a wake-up call to him. Because we know what he can do. He spouted his stats from last season. Yeah. Where's that player?
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
And to be honest, he's not the player I've seen in pre-season. When I seen him in Belfast,
No.
Yeah, taking men on.
he was unbelievable. He was not scared. But now, like, that's 2 games in a row
Well,
now.
what was it? There was maybe once he got a ball into the box, but it came after 3 or 4
Yeah,
cut-back turns, and Nisbet was screaming at him afterwards because, like,
he didn't know it was coming.
yeah, when are you crossing the ball? I
Yeah.
was ready, and then you cross it in afterward. Like, yeah.
But the question is, what are they doing in training then? If
I know.
this is what they're showing in games,
Yeah.
what the fuck are they doing in training?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the shady mode tactic. I think I was thinking Olasanya's the one to do that with, because he can be a nuisance, but he probably needs a bit of pressure on him. Like, you've got 30 minutes to make a difference.
Yeah.
Go and be an arsehole.
Yeah.
He was completely out. I cannot believe he played 87 minutes
Yeah,
of that game.
it's an absolute joke he played that long.
Thing is, the problem is as well, the first 11, the only person probably all kind of said was Smith for Yogane going into the game.
Yeah.
That starting 11 was pretty much what we wanted.
Yeah.
But I don't think, Armstrong and Beadle came on against Hearts and did pretty well. Armstrong was Armstrong.
He was fine.
Beadle, I just don't think he got the speed of play.
No.
I think he got hustled too much in the middle. There was times when he caught the ball and played it fine, but I think overall he got a bit.
When he gave away, he got a stupid yellow card, and after that,
Well,
he just couldn't get involved.
Yeah.
And that was a big issue. One of your 2 in midfield isn't
Yeah.
getting involved. Also, part of it, Armstrong was playing as like a second striker. We had a flat 4 up front. They were just man marking.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
overrunning midfield.
their middle of the park absolutely killed us, basically. Yeah.
Second half started with us. We tried to push forward. We didn't really do anything, but we could see there was a bit of momentum starting to flow in the game. But Dundee pushed forward. The first attack of the second half, ball comes in the box. Mayo's header's not great. Malua's sprinting back to try and get involved. He can't control it. It bounces off him. He then gets played into the box out wide. Gets played out to the left. The player that's won the ball, he pushes forward, so everyone has to then knock across. So I think Mayo goes with Wesley. Happy went with the attacking midfielder, which meant Guinness-Walker had to tuck in for Simon Murray, which left Bevan at the back post completely unmarked because all the signing decided he didn't need to track back. And the guy's got a free-headed goal.
Yeah.
You can debate whether Mitov would have saved it or not, but I think if you're having that argument, that's not the problem.
Yeah, I said to you that I said at the game I looked like Mitov, but actually I've now seen the replay, and I'm maybe stand down on that comment that I made. The reason why I said it start off is it looked like it was just a clean straight shot, but actually the way kind of it goes with the defender underneath, and you can see literally the pace of it.
Yeah.
From a goalkeeper's perspective, if it goes under the player, and it just shoots out, you're like, okay, I can understand why he doesn't get to that end. But it felt from where we were, the opposite end of the stadium, it was kind of like, I think the keeper should have got that. So,
I mean, the point might still stand, though, that Mitov is a better shot stopper than Mueller.
But I think if you look at how many mistakes were made into that point, if someone's getting a free shot at goal with no one charging at him, if you're looking for your goalkeeper to bail you out and blaming him, there's way more serious problems than that.
You can't put the blame on Mueller for us losing that game.
No.
What I can put at Mueller's door is his fucking distribution was horrific.
Shocking.
Yeah, that was.
And I don't think he did himself any favours when he booted the post, because you could see he hurt himself.
Yeah.
To
be honest with you, I get what you're saying about distribution, but I don't think he had a choice.
Yeah.
He didn't have a choice because he didn't have anyone. He didn't have anyone wanting the ball.
A few of his kicks going straight out of play.
Oh no, I get that.
Nobody. It's that sort of thing that is the issue. But
a lot of
high balls
balls
up to Olasanya, which seemed to be the tactic,
Yeah.
is ridiculous because he's never going to win.
No. I did see online as well. I didn't see this at the game, but apparently him and Robinson were having words at half time.
I didn't
and he
see
was
that
asking
either.
about people are saying he was saying that he shouldn't be punting at 50 yards. I didn't see it, but
I didn't see that, but
it.
I did see him and Nisbet having a go at Yogane.
Oh, I seen Mueller
Properly having a go at Yogane.
right in the first eye. he like came out
And then
and was like,
on the halftime whistle, Yogane was obviously furthest away from the tunnel, and all the Aberdeen players are starting to jog in. Nisbet turns around and is screaming at him to get the fuck inside, and he was walking.
Yeah.
So might be part of the reason why he was hooked at halftime.
probably.
Might have been. 64 minutes, the Dundee bar was shaken again. Fasanya drove down the left. His cutback is met by Chris Cadden. It's a bit of a reaction strike.
Just the
It
wrong
beats the
player.
keeper and it hits the bar. It's very unlucky.
But you just don't want a right back in that position. That's all that was.
The only thing is, it's good that he was in that position because
Well, at least
someone else should
he
have
was getting up and trying.
Yeah.
And
Do you know, like,
I mean, the difference on our right hand side when Smith came on was
much
mental.
better.
Like, Smith is just a much better player than Yogane. He has to be our starting winger. He's a winger for this league.
Yeah.
He got back, he was making tackles, he beat men, he tried to get balls in the box.
Yeah.
He got to give him a full 90 minutes now.
Yeah.
To be honest, I like Cadden. I like Cadden the way he got forward, the way he's passing, crossing's good. The one thing I did like about him, he was just shouting at people.
Yeah.
He was not standing for pure standards.
Yeah.
He was fucking calling
But a
people.
player that all four of us were a bit, why the fuck are we signing
He
him?
was calling people out.
Yeah. For the last two games, I can see why we signed him.
Oh, big time. He's no messing about, like.
Yeah. Nisbet had a header from an Fasanya cross. I think he needs to do better.
Yeah, he was like kind of free header as well.
Yeah.
To be honest.
He has to get a lot of power behind that. It's not much of a chance.
No.
I know it's a header from 6 yards out, middle of the goal, but you got to get so much behind that for it to be any, because it was a little floating pass.
But if you, it doesn't matter how much power you get on it if you head it straight at the keeper. If you
there
put
is
it-
also that.
if he puts it back the way it came towards that corner, he's making it tricky for the goalkeeper. And then you don't need the power as long as you, because
As
it's
long as your position.
it's just like if you're getting it right in the corner, the keeper's not going to get across.
But it's like we were saying earlier, like all we do in the build up to matches is we do those play it out wide, cut the ball back, and there's 2 or 3 running on to finish it. And this is what we're feeding off of.
Yeah.
Little dinks into the box. Like, that's not what we're practicing for. That's not what we're trying to do. So why are we doing it?
The thing is,
Why is it all going out to the winger and there isn't a fullback overlapping? Or is it only the fullback that's out wide?
my argument to that is in the title in terms of what you just said. Fasanya crosses the ball. Alasanya's not a winger. And Fasanya shouldn't be crossing the ball. It should be a winger. It should have been Smith. It should have been a Yogane. It should have been someone who's an actual paid fucking winger. Alasanya's not that.
Yeah.
So no wonder you're getting a looping ball. You know what I mean?
That would maybe lead more into what I was just saying of maybe he should be the substitute coming on when it's needed.
Yeah.
Because he can't create things by himself.
Yeah.
I know he will win us penalties or something and make something happen that someone else plays the ball in for a goal. But
he's not the creative type.
yeah,
He is. He creates chaos.
Yeah.
That's it.
but not with a ball.
It's
at
not with
his
a ball at his feet.
feet. Hey,
We said it already. He has to think about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't let him think.
yeah,
Definitely.
The one shining light to come out of the game, Andrew Fasanya became the league's youngest ever player at 15 years, 7 months, and 12 days. Positive, I suppose, from yesterday.
Yeah.
He came on.
he came on about 40 minutes too late, I think. But
He ran at 4 defenders and got a blocked shot. There was actually 4 defenders around him one point and he left them.
They did more than that last 5 minutes of the game than Alassane did the whole game. I think
and
everyone.
Yogane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Yogane as well.
Walking down the stairs at Dennis, one of the boys has been like, that's a 15-year-old and he's our best player. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's just crazy.
So, was that a bad day at the office, or should we be concerned that this could be a true reflection of our squad?
Yes, and possibly yes. There's been a lot of naysayers online, and I've been going, fucking negative bastards, you know. The squad's not as bad as you're making out, but then we lost Lyons and Ronan, and we can't do anything. Is that really what I'm hoping it's a bad day at the office, and next week we'll be back, but you know, we were all there last season.
Yeah.
We know how this shit can snowball, and
There
it
is
is a little concerning.
the one thing that's keeping me going is, in Jimmy's first year, we obviously did really well in the League Cup, and then we went on that ridiculous run, and then they couldn't recover from that run when they finally lost it. Hopefully, this is just a wake-up call, and I don't see us going on a run like that again.
No.
But I think, we've got Dundee in the Cup. We need a reaction from that. Potentially, we've got Motherwell the week after that, and then it's Rangers. I think Rangers is a massive game, especially with how they are. And I think, listening to the radio, reading a lot online, I think the manager's under a lot of pressure. But just let me say my piece.
Yeah, no, I know.
Right? He's going to be under pressure because if you listen to what they're saying, right, he's going to get under pressure. But the Rangers game will buy him time. The problem is the way he was appointed, right? He was no one's first choice on the day it was announced because we could have got him 2 months earlier.
Second or third.
Right? We've had people rejected us, and now he's in. People, the line want him to fail is harsh, but people will get satisfaction if he fails.
I do feel people do want him to fail.
Yeah. So I think the Rangers game is biggest because that's not just beating Dundee. That's not just beating even Dundee United, a rival. Beating Rangers will get him kudos in the bank. And that's the key game right now for me.
How much did beating Rangers do for Barry Robson? So it is a big game.
Yep.
Get a result in there, it will.
Like, I'm not saying that we need to go on a run, and then whenever there's going to be a bad result, people are going to turn him. It's not going to be like that. But he won't get 2 or 3 losses, and people will be all over him.
For me, that game's a bad day at the office. Right? So very much, I understand where you're coming from. There's people being negative with the manager. We're 2 games into the season. Yes, we won 4 League Cup games, but against lower opposition. The Brad Lyons and Ronan effect, I understand where people go, well, that's only 1 or 2 players missing. We shouldn't be so terrible. They've played every single game for us at the start of the season. So out of the 6 games they've played every single game. They've been...
They're the consistency.
Yeah. They're the consistency. But they're the backbone of the team. Yeah. And that's why. It's not because the squad's built around them and fucking not having them. It's the fact that they've missed... This is the first time we've missed them. Yeah. We're 2 games in the season. For people to want Robinson to fail is an absolute shambles.
Yeah.
But the thing with those 2 players is, like we were saying last week, we've got the immediate swap for all of them. Like we're looking great. Breedle comes in, Armstrong comes in.
Yeah.
And then they do come in and that's what we got.
But the concern, that's where I'm a little bit. Yeah, I am concerned about that. We've got a squad of 36 players. If 2 players drop out and then the performance was that bad.
You also look at the bench. You couldn't really do much. You couldn't do much in that game. But you're telling me Marshall, Mason, Nicky Devlin, and Jack Milner are all going to change a game? That's 4 out of the subs. They're not changing a game. I'm sorry, they're not. They're not changing it. You got Malua, who's new, doesn't even know the Scottish game. How's he going to change a game? He's not even at that level. He's not scored yet.
But then,
not a chance that we should be shouting at the manager not having the manager again.
I get that.
100%.
Then why do we not have someone on the bench that can change a game?
Well, there's clearly issues because KT was on that bench. I don't understand.
Yeah.
There's players that have been on the bench who weren't.
This is where the slight concerns are coming in. Yes, we've got players that I think are good enough, but then, I thought Lobban and Frame were good enough, and professional manager seems to think
we fired a manager because we're fucking terrible last season. The mentality was horrific. He came out and said mentality is a massive issue in the squad.
Yeah.
And we all fucking said it. Mentality was a huge issue. He's got 13 players in the door when technically he might have had to wait a full season, like 3 windows to get them players in. He's turned 30. And I get we've got a fucking massive squad. I get it. I'm not disagreeing with too big a squad. We're turning to Chelsea. But the manager needs to get players in the door because the club needs to perform now. Yeah. Not to fucking 6 months or 12 months. It needs to perform now.
Yeah.
But the manager needs time. The players need time. Yeah. A lot of them players, some of them, yes, like your Lions, your Males, all played here. Yeah. Some of them haven't even played in Scotland. So they need time.
Look, I'm not calling for his head. What I'm saying is, if you listen to Radio Scotland on Saturday, they were bringing up the end of last season, right? But then when they talk about Derek needs time.
Yeah,
Rangers.
Well, but the fucking harsh manager needs time.
Yes.
They're all fucking new. I get Robinson was there at the end of the season, but it wasn't his players. Exactly. It wasn't his fucking team.
Yeah, and this is my point.
And he kept us in the fucking league. He kid doesn't know league. Sorry, but yeah, we shouldn't be confident Manchester had 2 games in the.
No, we shouldn't. But
Give him 6 months. Telling you.
well, I'm not even saying 6 months.
Give him 6 months.
The 6 months isn't working either. We're giving managers 6 months and it doesn't fucking work.
No, but
He-
people shouldn't be calling for his head until at least 6 months in this, because it's not his team. So he should be given time to go through. And we're fucking Aberdeen. We're going to lose games.
Part of the
We're
issue
not
is
fucking
these
selling.
people didn't want him, and so every chance, every defeat or bad performance, they're going to come out with, this is what I said from the start. We shouldn't have got him. So all of it comes back to, from the get-go, they did not want him, and they will never move on from that.
Fine,
Because that's the issue.
That's fine. But what that people should do is really think about. We had the chance to get 2 other managers before him. Player rejected us, so we weren't that fucking good a club.
Yeah.
People were rejecting us. There was no other fucking manager there who wanted to come as.
Yep.
So we had to get a manager. He was the option.
Yeah.
So I get it. People maybe don't see him as the right person in the job. I totally understand that. There's maybe many other fucking Rangers fans who think Derek is the right person in the job. But that's just the way life is. But he's the manager. Get behind him.
For me, I say it's 18 months to get a good few transfer windows behind you.
Yeah.
Look at, was it last season, David Gray?
Mm.
If you give him 6 months,
He was shite until he played us.
he was out the door.
Yeah.
Then that second half of the season, look what he did. On the return, on the opposite, you've got Jimmy T, who had a great 6 months and then a shite 6 months.
Yeah.
I do think 6 months is far too soon. You need a season and a half minimum
Yeah, I think-
before you make up.
Yeah.
Also, as well,
There was
there's-
a thing of 3 transfer windows.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's not your team until you've had that.
but we're rinsing, repeating the same thing.
But what I'm saying
Sacking
is,
managers.
but what I'm saying is 6 months isn't. I give him 6 months. Not. It's what my expectation would be in 6 months' time. I should see a team that's coached well, that's going forward. Like, we should have a clear identity a little bit in that first 6 months of the season. For me, that's been sitting either 6 or top 6 at the very fucking least, and we should be in a League Cup semi-final. For me, that's a success for 6 months.
Something else that I heard that I thought was a little bit interesting was about the shirt being too heavy for some players. Now, I'm not saying
It's Mark Ross, it was quite lightweight. No?
I'm not saying it's the.
You could look get one first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that obviously we're an elite club and, when
But we
we're
are.
United or Real Madrid, but there is an expectation here. And
2 stars on your chest as well. I mean, or on this case, on the back.
On the back, yeah. Back of the neck.
Sorry, Connie. I know what you're saying.
Hands down.
It's the weight of wearing that shirt comes
Yeah.
with a lot of responsibility.
And people from it's a personality thing of people from Aberdeen. If they're not happy, they'll let you fucking know. And can a lot of these players actually handle that expectation?
Well, I think best example of the pressure playing for Aberdeen is look at Jack Milne at the weekend.
Yeah.
He was. That's someone who should be able to come on in that game and just perform and be fine, because
Yeah.
Dundee it shouldn't really be a thing. He was in his head. He was nervous because he knew the fans were going to be right on his back because they were already on all the other players' backs, and he knows how he is with the fans.
Yeah.
And immediately he fucked up. They nearly ran through and scored a goal. So
Yeah.
yeah, the pressure of playing for Aberdeen is very real, and it does impact the players.
Pressure comes from the fans, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We've seen it. We've seen it last
Because
year.
our fans are miserable as fuck.
I mean, we've seen it last year. It's submitting.
Yeah.
Standing right next to someone, be using the subs. They weren't even on the flipping pitch.
Yeah, it's hard to blame them.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Like, no wonder people like Yogane, who's 20 years old, moved up from London, doesn't know anyone here. Like, he's going to be like, a bit challenged. Like, they're younger players. Like, that's just the way it's going to be. They need time to sell. You know what I mean? If you don't give the players confidence, then we'll have another Milanovic in the fucking, you know what I mean, in the team.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
We've got to look out. We've got to support, but I get we were terrible, and the players deserve to have a bit of criticism because they were terrible.
Yeah.
But we've got to think bigger picture here and be like, well, we need to
But
get
it's more
behind
that
them.
it feels like there are people getting on our players' backs before they've even done anything.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you're going to be shite, so
Yeah. The Jack Mullen one was a bit weird. Like, he was in his head, but I don't understand.
Milne
why
came on, I'm sure I heard people booing. When all the Fasanya came up, I heard people booing, and it's like,
what's the point?
like, I understand it's been shit. Can't boo your own players. Not like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I get half time and full time when the performance is not right.
yeah, but that's the whole team.
Yes.
It's picking out an individual
Yeah.
and blaming it all on them.
You know, and as Robbo said
Not
when he
gonna
came
help.
in, none of us would perform in our jobs if we got told we were shit all day, every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
And we need to be encouraging these players, making them feel loved, making them feel like they're the best in the world, and that's the best way to get it out of them.
The problem as well, as we just talked about for 20 minutes now, is the fans are causing it because the fans are pushing on the players individually. He's saying that, but the only way that's going to happen is everyone in that stand trusts what he's doing. And we just talked about how not everyone trusts what he's doing.
Yeah.
So he's trying to do that to try and get people to go, right, oh, we need to trust you. But like, not everyone does. We should be all in sync and all trusting the manager to take us forward.
Yeah, I mean, the fans are supposed to be the 12th man. The fans are actually hampering it, and you're having 9 men on the pitch. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Because of how bad we are with the players. Like you said, you're having a go at Jack Milne. Jack Milne is a young kid who is
But
expected to do.
You can go back to last
an amazing
season and
job.
like Milanovic was getting that treatment.
Yep.
Off of the Yengi, I think, before he even kicked the ball, was getting that treatment.
He missed 2 chances against Arsenal.
different.
Career ruined.
But that's the thing, right? Because he missed that 2 chances, they weren't on his back before he missed that 2 chances. But when you miss those,
That's so quick to jump on somebody who never played in Scotland before.
it's football.
I do think there is a flip side to that, which
it's
is
a double-edged sword. You know,
there's a flip side to it, which is there's 4,500 Dons fans there on Saturday, and you know the reaction that the players got when they came out of that tunnel, that should have inspired them to play better. So yes, we could sit here and criticise the people shouting, but the reaction that the players got from the fans when they walked out onto that pitch at 3 o'clock on Saturday was fucking brilliant. They should have been pumped right up for it.
I'm not going to disagree with that. They didn't perform. I totally agree they did not perform. I'm just against the fact that we're calling for Robinson's head, or no one wants to. We should be getting behind everyone. And there's reasons. There probably is reasons we all do not know why certain players were on that pitch or why certain players were on the bench.
Yeah. Right. I think we'll leave Dundee there just now before someone says something that'll get us banned from making a podcast ever again. Thankfully, Aberdeen weren't the only team playing football this weekend, so it's time to escape Dens Park, lower Alan's blood pressure before he starts getting a bit more excited again, and look at what's happened elsewhere. So, Premiership. So, St Mirren beat St Johnstone 1-0. This one seemed to be a tale of 2 penalties, apparently.
Apparently so, right?
I'm another prick. Prick. Sorry.
Somebody's got pricks in the brain today, yeah.
Yeah, Johnson missed theirs and
St Mirren scored theirs.
A bag full of pricks.
Yeah. St Mirren are sitting joint top of the league.
yeah.
After
Because that prick.
Celtic went to Kilmarnock yesterday and won 5-1. Some Celtic player scored a hat-trick. I couldn't tell you who it was.
Who was it?
Was that?
That's what I'm asking. Who scored the hat-trick?
Who was it?
Leon will be happy though.
Aye, that's what I'm asking.
Who was it?
I'm not joining this fucking conversation.
The surprise result of the weekend was at Tynecastle. Hearts beating Dundee United 4-9.
I pumped them.
I watched some of that game and fucking hell, man. Yeah.
Good
Hearts were really good, like.
Maybe we're just, fucking brilliant.
Motherwell and Falkirk produced a 0-0 draw. So Motherwell still haven't beaten Falkirk in the Premiership.
Yes, I'm surprised, but I thought that would win that game as well.
So did I. And then an away win for Hibs at Ibrox. And that watching some of the videos, that brought back some lovely memories.
That was good fun.
Yeah.
it was.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Especially when it's a last minute goal like that.
exactly.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's how quickly the stands seemed to empty. Like, I don't even think the Hibs player had finished his knee slide and the stands were half empty.
They were then etching the name onto the fucking title for fucking Celtic at that point.
Yeah.
Bookie's paid out already.
Can we talk about who picked Celtic to win the league this year? Is there anyone here?
No, who was the goal scorer? That's
I'm sorry, we've been taken over by owls today. So that's us caught up with what's been going around on the pitch in Scottish football. So let's see what's been happening off the pitch. There's been a critically important summit called by the SFA. It will take place on the 4th of September. Part of the conversation will be around improving prospects of homegrown Scottish talent and increasing revenue streams for clubs. There has been talks in the media around loans, bigger leagues, and also X amount of Scottish talent in the matchday squad. This was the debate on Sports Sound. What are your guys' thoughts?
Can I just start with how the fuck is it critically important if it's next month we're going to hear about it?
This is Paul Mulroney.
It's September.
It's
Remember.
But so
Remember the 4th of September.
if part of the what the fuck?
It's critically important you remember
If
this.
part of this is about Scottish clubs having more Scottish players in their squads, then why do it after the transfer window?
Because they're not going to be implementing it now.
It's so
Yeah, probably.
It's going to be, yeah.
There was a lot about talk on sports, and they're trying to make sense of why it's being called as such as well. But they were talking about like countries like Denmark, Norway. They're talking about the structure they've got in place. They have like over 40%, like 40 or 47% of their homegrown players playing in the league, where Scotland and almost 25%.
Yeah.
So
So this is a way of
This
this
is-
making less money because we're going to have less talent playing in Scotland.
part of what I was moaning about with the lob and frame situation is exactly this.
Yep.
We've got Scottish young talent. It's there. It's in all of the clubs. And look, I know Aberdeen in and out, so I can talk about our squad. I don't know Hibs, Hearts, St Johnstone. I don't know who they've got. But we all have young Scottish talent. None of us are playing them. We've signed 13 players. Hibs have signed a bunch of players. Hearts have signed a bunch of players. None of them Scottish. Apart from Hearts signing 2 Scottish players.
No. Aberdeen have signed a Scottish player.
Lewis Smith, sorry.
And Mr. Cadden, ex-international.
Is he? Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's played for Scotland.
Yes.
There's an argument from a lot of the managers in the top league that the league needs to be bigger because the league's so small and there's so much, I think we've talked about this before, so much pressure on every team because it's really competitive. They don't play talent because one, they get rid of fucking manager. We're talking about Stephen Robinson potentially losing his fucking job 2 games in that season, and Darren McInnes. Like the managers don't get time, so they have to go with pros and not young players in their squad.
Yeah.
And a perfect example we're talking about, you're right. There's loads of Scottish players playing in Scotland who are good players and they're not getting a chance. The boy Bevan from Dundee was playing for Albion Rovers 3 years ago, and he literally ripped us apart at the weekend. So it shows you everything about the
Look
players
at
out
us
there.
and our high turnover of managers. First thing you're going to try and do is try and improve the squad when you come in.
Yeah.
So you're going to look abroad.
Yeah.
Because it's too expensive to buy players in Scotland.
Yeah. Agreed.
Killing our own game.
Yep.
And this is why we go to the World Cup, and that happens.
The problem, the big clubs are not bringing the talent through. Rangers, Celtic. When was the last time Celtic, for example,
100%.
two, three talent? James Forrest and McGregor. There's your last talent.
Well,
That's horrific.
look at Rangers.
Well, Rangers as well. It's even worse.
Yeah.
Only Finlay Curtis is getting a go now
Yeah.
because he went out on loan to Kilmarnock.
Yeah,
He's barely getting a go.
And yeah, that's only because name another Scottish winger.
Ross McCrory.
But yeah, no one comes out of. They're the biggest two. They've got the biggest youth systems in the country,
But unfortunately,
and no one comes out of the youth system.
where any change is going to fall down is you've got 42 clubs that are voting for it. And what they think is the right thing to do for Scottish football has 42 different flavours. And the voting system, look, to change something in the Premier League, it's a 10-2 vote. So if 2 people vote against it, it never fucking happens. It's going to be the same with the full league, with the 42 teams. The smaller clubs are going to club together because they want more money.
Yeah.
And nothing's going to get changed.
But that's the problem. The league. I agree with the fact that the leagues are too small. They're not big enough. So it doesn't allow for young players to be introduced at certain points. You look at pretty much most of the. I know it's sort of really different level, but all the English leagues are big leagues, and all of them will have youth at some point, and that's why I'm not saying that's why England, but England youth level have got a lot of talent. We don't have that level of talent because we're not allowing players to play.
But also it's an elitist game at that level, and we are a very small population.
Yeah.
In contrast to England.
Yeah, but look at Norway then.
So,
why do we have the same number of leagues as England?
That's not what we do, but then it's like a fraction of the number of teams.
Yeah, so then why are we pretending to be the same? Like, we're not. So we should have one less league at the
Exactly. That's where I've been trying to get rid of
league at the top.
Get rid of League 2, that effectively gives you...
Was it 16, 14, 12, I think is the countdown it comes to. That's what we should just do.
Yes.
But then why not just scrap your Highland and Lowland and then introduce them and then give them more money?
Yeah. Why not?
That's an element of that as well, yeah.
Yeah, fair. But then do they actually want to step up? Because the step up in league...
Stop making it so difficult to step up.
But it's not how difficult it is, it's how much it costs when you step up.
Yeah, but that's a difficulty. It's financially, and then they're asking you to ensure that you've got X, Y, and Z in place, which is, again, down to financials. But if the SFA really want to bring their homegrown talent in, that's a way of bringing in that talent. Because look at how many players go back down to Highland League that are good enough to play in the professional league. Stop.
Hopefully that's what they'll be discussing at this.
Hopefully.
Critically important meeting next month.
So, Scotland, the national team, are potentially closing in on a new Scotland manager. It's rumoured it will be announced in the next few weeks.
Can I just quickly jump in with the exact fucking same thing about the SFA? Why announce that you know who you want and not tell the rest of us? Why do we have to wait 2 weeks? What are they doing?
So Steve, it's just
they're waiting for Darren McInnes to become available.
Well, they actually fucking might be.
I know.
Who else is available now but won't be in two? Like, I don't understand.
I agree.
So Naismith apparently is the one being tipped for it. I'll bring back up who I brought up a few weeks ago, who I genuinely has put more positives into.
Here we go.
Ide Presley.
I think it was my brother that first said it to me with Stephen Naismith, and I've thought that since. I think he's the cheap option. He's already in the coaching setup. That's who the SFA.
That's a cheap option. But I genuinely.
You've been smoking. Fucking Naismith.
That's who it's going to be. It's not who I want. That's who it's going to be.
That's who you wanted.
No, that's who I think. I wanted to be Presley.
I don't want it to be Naismith. It should be Naismith. Like, he's barely just gotten his fucking badges for European football, isn't he? So, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, but no, he's already there.
No.
So I don't need to do anything.
No.
Don't need to do anything.
Well, that's what the SFA wants. Nice and easy. He's already in the building.
You may as well get to Sean Maloney.
As well. Yeah. Same sort of scenario. Him, Darren Fletcher.
You know what? Fucking, he's on his last legs as it is. Get to Martin O'Neill.
No, I think we are.
Next you would tell me
Scotland job. I'd tell him.
Oh, I'm just...
Get the Fergie.
Yeah, I think I don't have an answer to who it should be, right? But it definitely should not be Stephen Naismith.
No. Yeah,
I'm saying that, but I don't know who to say.
Stephen Presley.
Not Stephen Presley. Anyone named Stephen, get to fuck. Well, unless you're a seagull, no. Fucking Steven Seagal. Get the fuck.
So I still reckon, I think it was during the World Cup that said, Martinez was kind of stepping down.
Yeah.
Get him in. He's the kind of, I would say, get him in. Not Naismith.
I'm not sure how delighted I'd be. That Bobby Martinez Wigan team is my favourite Premier League team of all time. That was just great fun.
With Sean Maloney.
Gary Caldwell, Ali Al.
So I guess he's already got the Scottish experience.
Well, his wife is Scottish.
Yeah.
She played for Motherwell.
Yeah, so he does have links to Scotland, so I could see, well, at least why the
That's when it comes to Scotland. He's near Roberto. It's Bobby.
Yeah, it's Bobby. Bobby Martins.
The argument on Sportsound was I can't remember who made the argument. Was it Halliday maybe said it? That how Martinez handled Ronaldo. He doesn't think he should be in the Scotland job because you look at people like, so let's take the World Cup where some players, like maybe McTominay, didn't play to the level he was at. Would you take him out of the team or whatever to bring someone else in? A lot of the team that's picked is based on Steve Clarke's friends and not players that are on form. Do you know what I mean? So with Martinez, do that because you clearly picked Ronaldo based on Ronaldo, not based on people are informed.
So maybe we'll get
But you would.
rid of Grant Hanley.
I mean, my argument is that I would pick Ronaldo if I was Marcus. So like,
all of us here in the World Cup, we were top quality managers going, I wouldn't be picking Ronaldo. But you fucking would.
yeah, you would 100% get playing in England. But
So whoever comes in next, please,
Pick Ronaldo.
no Hanley.
yeah, definitely.
Well, I think there'll be
Why one?
change in the squad. I think I'm hoping Ralston and Hanley never get in the Scotland squad again.
What I would love is we announce the manager, and then the next day is Hanley, fucking everyone just. No, we no longer play for Scotland. We're retired for Scotland. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Okay.
We didn't say who we wanted to see, really. You said Presley. You didn't actually say who
You just said anyone but fucking a seagull.
Yeah.
As long as his name's not Steve.
I'd take Martinez.
Yeah.
I would take Martinez. I just don't want Steve Nick Smith, man. Honestly,
No.
he didn't have like Joe Hart. Come on, do you know what I mean?
He's an absolute prick, but I've got such a
And
feeling
also-
it's going to be him.
And also, Steve Smith, you just
But that's not what we're asking. We're asking who do you want?
Who do you really, really want?
he'll just Steve Smith
What I
will
want
just want
is
Steve
Stevie Moyes,
Clark.
but that's never happening. So I
That's a good shout,
will
actually.
drop down to
What's that, Mark?
Martinez.
That's a good shout. Moyes.
That's
You're going to leave everything though.
Davide
Bobby
Moyes.
Martinez to Everton, Moyes to Scotland.
Martinez has done everything.
He's going
I
back.
don't think they like him.
Fucking Pochettino as well. I think I can.
Okay, so now it's time for the section that somehow manages to raise our blood pressure every single week.
What, even more so than we've done already?
Yeah.
I think
Wait,
you're
wait,
getting
just-
him.
oh, yeah.
Hired to this podcast.
The place where common sense goes missing, VAR gets involved, nobody fucking asked it to. And four blokes with absolutely no refereeing qualifications confidently explain how professionals are doing it all wrong. Get the rulebook out, prepare your strongly worded emails to the SFA, and somebody check Al's blood pressure. It's time for the John Bleaton section. Right, lads, I've got one for the John Bleaton section this week. Because we're only a couple of games into the season, and I'm already confused. Fucking permanently confused anyway, but I'm way more
Doesn't take much
confused.
that, does it?
No. 4 + 4, huh? We've got these new rules that are supposed to be cutting down on time wasting and keep the game moving. So if a team is delaying a throw-in, the referee can start a visible 5-second countdown. The same for goal kicks, or if the goalkeeper's got ball in hand. And then we've got substitutes. So the players are supposed to leave the pitch via their nearest point. They've got 10 seconds to get off the pitch. If they take longer, barring things like injuries and safety issues, the oncoming substitute should then be delayed from taken to the field. All that sounds fucking brilliant to me, and I think it will help teams. But are they actually going to fucking enforce it?
Well, they weren't on fucking Saturday.
No.
Dundee.
On most recent evidence, no, they will not. Or
Some referees
for
are.
half the teams, they will enforce it. For the other half, maybe not.
Yes.
That's how it felt at Dens Park, anyway.
I mean, the
One side was getting counted down straight away. The other side, you've got a little bit of time before I start counting you down, and I will not take. It will be a 10-second, 5-second countdown.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting on my high horse in the game. Like, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty poor.
One thing I noticed that was really fucking boiling my piss was throw-ins. Players were walking past balls on cones to then go get the ball that went out of play.
Yeah.
Now, surely, if you're walking past a ball, that's when they... Because players have already identified, it used to be that they could steal a few yards, steal a few yards, steal a few yards, and they get put back. Well, now that they've got the 5 seconds, that's counted that down. So what they've done is they're now delaying before they get to the ball. That's the loophole that they're finding in it. So surely if a player is at a ball, your 5 seconds counts now.
Yeah.
And if... where it could get a bit dicey is if, a team's rushing, they grab the ball, they throw the ball to the opposition number, and they don't catch the ball. Where...
Because they won't catch them.
Yeah.
They'll let it bounce off them.
Yeah.
They might even fall down and protect their heart.
But then if they clamp down on that, then you're going to have opposition teams are then making it difficult for them to catch them. I get that, but the deliberately slowing the game down by walking and what have you needs to be cut out.
For me, I think that rule shouldn't have been the 5 seconds. It should be, if that ball goes out of play, you've then got 10 seconds to take the throw. And I say the 10 seconds for a reason. Because you've got the multi-ball system now, there is so many balls up that sideline that it doesn't matter whether it's out 5 yards from where you are, 10 yards. There's a ball within 10 yards of where you are. So if you've got 10 seconds to take it, great. If that ball goes out and then you go chase that ball, but you don't pick it up, you're taking it back to your spot, spending 15 seconds to get to that point, and then the ref will go, do you know what, I think I might start counting down from 5, which is utter bullshit. And the other point of it is, if that ball goes out on the left-hand side, and then your opposing positioned player makes his 50-yard jog across, how many seconds are you wasting from there to there for somebody that could have taken a throw in that's 5 yards from that point? So I reckon that they should have done it when the ball goes out of play. You've got X amount of seconds to take that throw in, because this 5 second rule is shite.
Well, the referee doesn't.
As we already know.
The referee on Saturday doesn't know the rules.
Yeah.
Because he would allow the Dundee player to get the ball, stand there, not touching the ball would be in the floor. You then pick it up, then it'll be dicking about for a while, and then eventually maybe put his hand out and start counting it. Sometimes we wouldn't even count them.
Yeah.
But then Aberdeen player was the ball. It was 5 straight away.
Yeah.
Same with goalkeeper. When the goalkeeper had the ball in his hands, didn't count 6 seconds. Nothing.
So do you think this is a case of they're not implementing the rules correctly? It's not, they're not used to it.
But the thing is, some of the referees are doing it. Like Dom,
But they're doing it sometimes, not all the time.
yeah,
That's the issue.
yeah. And it's new rules, so it should be implemented straight away. They should be harsh on it now, and maybe relax as the season goes on. If that's the way but it should be. If they're coming out with the rules right at the start of the season, they should be implementing it straight away.
But
So-
like, that game, Dundee, second half, Dundee left winger was out on the touchline. He gets subbed off, and we've got to wait for him to walk across the entire pitch instead of 2 yards off of the pitch that side.
Yeah, the subs was a shock. It was a shit show. Again, the referee not doing
It was also the second week in a row where I've seen the referee having a word with a player for kicking the ball away.
Yeah.
It's a yellow card.
It's
Why are you not enforcing it?
Yeah, it's been a yellow card since the dawn of time.
Forever. Like, it's
Yeah.
Our referees just fucking awful.
Yeah.
So these referees, they are creating their own fucking problems.
They are. Because some referees are doing it and some referees are not.
Yeah.
But that's not the whole point. The whole point, the whole referee association should be doing exactly what the rules say.
Yeah.
There is no consistency, and we've said that all along with.
But that goes to every level as well.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not just saying Scottish referee, just
But
referee
I remember
officiating.
when I was managing at amateur level, they told us that there's a new rule coming in, and it was regarding subs. It's like all you had to do was tell the referee what sub was coming off and what sub was coming on, and you could shout that to him. As long as he could hear you, it was fine. I made a sub because I thought a referee waved the player on. He then booked the player who I'd sent on, and he said, well, I never went over to the tee. I was like, well, that's not the fucking rules, is it? The rules have changed. I thought you were waving them on like the rules were, and I got sent off.
I can imagine you maybe weren't that calm.
When I see your face, I send you off anyway. So, I mean, yeah. But the SFA are obviously not implementing it with the referee properly.
Yeah.
They're not.
I can
Not by the
imagine.
rules.
Yeah. F and Jeff was used, as well as clown.
I'm sure a few words were used.
Yeah.
F, Jeff, clown, minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's referees. I'm sure this will be back up again next week, and the horse will be,
It's not just the referees, it's SFA as well.
Yeah.
They're fucking
Well, it is,
Yeah.
because
yeah,
we've said it all along. Like they're not
enforcing the rules.
enforcing the rules, but it all comes back to they're not trained well enough. They can't be, or they'd be better at their job.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have a critical meeting for the referees
Maybe.
on the
Oh.
3rd of September.
No, that'd be too soon.
5th of September.
There we go.
There we go.
Remember. Has anything happened with the appeals? So Hearts appealed Finlay's red card. How
Yeah,
did they get on with that?
they lost it, and no other action was taken.
No other action.
No other action.
No.
Not like Shinny and
No.
up across county.
No.
But he got the frivolous appeal.
Frivolous appeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Dan McInnes?
Yeah.
He fucking said on TV, it was everyone. It was millions.
To be honest,
it was like an episode of EastEnders. Millions of people watched it because it was such a boring game.
That one was wild though, because that should have been a punishment that fucking week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that they waited months and for him to join another club before doing it.
I'm surprised they didn't go the
Is
harsh punishment.
mental. Yeah.
But also as well, why has he been allowed to then manage on the touchline for 2 games? Why is it taking...
They're appealing and they've got to wait.
But we've got fast track appeals.
Not when that would not benefit Rangers.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And he won't get frivolous appeal.
No.
Just he's a ham bastard.
The other bit that really pisses me off about that is the Shinny one. Everyone who watches football and saw that incident went, well, that's never a red card. So that's why we appealed it, because it was never a red card. And they gave a fucking frivolous
but not even,
extra game.
Yeah,
it's mental.
But not even were the fucking retards that watched it, and I'm including myself in this, who said it wasn't a red card. I'm not a qualified referee. But the match referee didn't give it at the time. The linesman didn't fucking give it, who was closer than the referee.
Yeah.
But VAR did.
Yeah.
When VAR had just come in and they had to justify its existence.
Yeah.
And it's a frivolous. Dirty, orange, Hun bastards.
It's an Aberdeen thing, isn't it?
It just comes down to everyone hates Aberdeen.
Yeah.
We are the most hated club in Scotland.
But we're the only club that's got 2 stars on our chest. Oh, wait.
Well, on a back.
On a back.
Away kit, they're on the front, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Away kit's still the old badge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's still on the front.
Yeah, still on the thing.
Well, on the home top, that wasn't quite yet.
On the home top,
It's literally just the way it is. It's like a hold up. I don't even see that yet. I don't even know what it looks like.
Anyway, we're getting off our referees now, so let's see who we're playing next.
We'll be back on them fairly soon anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Is it someone that we've not played in a while? Is it fuck? So 7 days after the shambolic display at Dens, we get a chance for revenge with Dundee at Pittodrie. So this time it'll be Premier Sports Cup action against Dundee. And to be honest, I think it's exactly what we need. We need to put Saturday behind us. We need a reaction from the players. So what needs to change?
Yogane.
Yeah, I think from the start, Smith for Yogane is the immediate one screaming out at me that needs to happen.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the new boy maybe comes in as well.
Yeah, I would put him on the other side. Fasanya and
Fasanya out. Need to come out,
yeah.
Midfielder probably.
At the very least, just get a little bit off their backs, because if they start poorly, especially, fans will be straight on those two.
Yeah.
So
you hold lines and rolling out.
Yeah, I think if they're close enough to fitness, they're worth the risk. Because obviously we'll know by then when our next game is. If Motherwell beat Helsinki on Thursday night, we will not play them on the 22nd.
Yeah.
It gets moved. So I think if we don't have a game the following Saturday, it's worth any niggles being gambled on. We have to win this game of football.
Effectively, that means that we don't play them until Rangers. So
yeah, Rangers the next game.
Yeah.
So yeah, what does a reaction look like to you?
I think do what Dundee did to us.
Effectively, reverse the game. We outperform them, outfight them.
Yeah. I think we
constantly making chances, putting balls in the box.
Well, that's what we were told. We were promised that we would get a team that was never outfought.
Yeah, agreed. But I think from a home game perspective, our first 20 minutes is going to be critical, or even first 10 minutes, because if we don't turn up like they did against Dundee, fans will turn on them. So they need to come out fighting. They need to come out and show what they're about and what their opposite team's about.
Yeah, at the very least, we need to be making real chances for us, because we talked about the last game and there was 3 or 4 half chances, but nothing that you'd expect us to score from. We need to be making chances that you expect us to score goals from.
Yeah,
definitely.
We might not necessarily take them, and that's okay. If that's the issue we've got, then that's fine. That's solvable. But we're not making any chances.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
I think the main thing is we play as a team, because against Dundee, there's a lot of individuals in that team.
Definitely. I think we'll obviously know where Dundee are going to cause us problems. So we need to learn from that and fix those gaps pretty fucking quickly.
Yeah, agreed. I would agree with that.
What tactical changes would you like to see us change?
I think it's really just as simple as playing maybe 20 yards further forward, like less hopeful balls from the goalkeeper, in the hope that Olasanya manages to beat a centre half 2 foot taller than him.
I would also suggest that the 3 in midfield becomes critical.
Yeah,
because playing 2 against their 3 I don't think it really worked.
Yeah, we lost the midfield battle.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the three needs to. I think the front three needs to be a front, like your two wingers and straight. They need to be
More of a 4-3-3.
Need to get forward, get in their faces.
Yeah.
The three in the middle need to take care of the midfield because they look pretty good against us. And they're only going to be 1-0 from Celtic. They played well against Celtic as well. So I think the midfield battle is going to be pretty key, to be honest.
Yeah. Predictions. I'm going to go with a Don's win on pens.
What's the score in normal time?
All right, fucking wrong seal.
I'm sitting on the fence. Don's on pen.
Spin on the fence, huh? I'm on 3-1. 3-1 Dons.
I'll go 1-0. 1-0 Dons.
2-1.
2-1. Imagine you should pick 2-1 every week.
Yeah.
No.
2 last week.
It was dead.
Oh, you picked 2 last week.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll maybe go 2-1 every week, see if we'll get away with that. Or 1-2.
So, right now we've previewed the Dundee game. Blood pressure's come down a bit. Colours come back into Al's face, but let's get it all nice and red and the blood pressure back raised with everyone's favourite bleat of the week. So, who wants to get the complaining off to start?
What's the first?
You?
You got nothing this week.
Nothing to say this week.
Alright, well, I'll go.
You go
It's
first.
shite in comparison to it. Your Aberdeen home top one's going to be like,
Oh, right, yeah. How did you know it was going to be our home top?
when is it? No. So, I know you've had I've been given a bit of stick for my support for the Rangers. But mine is actually,
I'm sorry, you're fucking what?
You're what?
oh, my favourite in my life's got no knowledge of It's actually aimed, so we kind of touched on it earlier on, but it's aimed at a section of the Ranger support. And it's their just sheer level of delusion. So, you're 9 days into Del Boy's reign, they've played 3 games, they've got no wins, they're 5 goals conceded, and they're already questioning whether he's the right man. We just spoke about it earlier on with Stevie Robb, exactly the same. People are like, we don't want him in, we don't want him in. Give these guys a chance. They've inherited a squad. Okay, a couple of players have come in, but that squad has still got massive issues, as we know. And he's barely had his time to unpack his jam-packed belongings and his pyjamas and put them away. So, but for me, seriously, managers need time, unless, of course, you're managing the Rangers, where if you've not won the treble by Tuesday, you're getting pelters and socials. I spoke about it earlier on. 18 months for me is a good tenure to make a decision, not 18 days. Literally. I mean, no, not a chance. So I know I'm speaking about the Rangers, but it could be anybody. But it was just more focused at the pelters that McInnes been getting.
I have to change my mind. I've got one now.
Fuck off. What's yours?
My one's so-called Aberdeen fans and podcasters. They just want to talk about Rangers. Fucking damn.
You fucking shite.
Chris, you're a dirty hunt.
Dirty hunt is the right word.
I might be that, but you're still an orange bastard.
Yeah, have I spoken about Rangers in this podcast?
No.
Yes.
You keep bringing it up.
You can bring it up.
Yeah. And your blue glasses.
Yeah, well, I mean, keep in line with Del Boy.
It's got brown brogues on it.
Yes, now with the brown rose.
As much as I agree with everything you've just said, I would absolutely Kevin Keegan it.
I love it.
If we saw him next week.
No, the thing is, as a Dons fan, yes, right, you want to see that kind of shit happen and then fall apart. However, just as we were speaking about it earlier on, a whole manager thing, in a few games,
part of the issue of Scottish football. All fans are the same.
Fucking
They're
delusional.
far too quick to jump on the back of
Yeah.
their own.
So who wants up on the horse next?
Well, I'm definitely going to the horse next. I think, for me, negativity, not just online, but especially at the game. I think we kind of talked about it before. I think you said about being at games and you had someone behind you who just wasn't there for the game. That game was on Saturday at Dundee. We had people behind us, and honestly, shambles. How negative they were against certain players. But, online since the game has been horrific, to be honest. So, put it this way. We were terrible against Dundee. I'm not for 1 second saying that the players of the team don't deserve to be criticised, because they do. They weren't good enough. The performance was nowhere near good enough. But I think some of the reaction online just needs to be like, calm down. Like, you kind of point out a little bit what I said about Stephen Robinson, deserves more time, etc. We're 2 games into the season. We've signed 13 new players to the squad. We've still got old players and players with the wrong mentality in that squad, because we've got a squad of 36, which we pointed out early on. What we as fans, what are we asking for? We're asking for a team that has a bit of character, fight. Yes, we didn't see that against Dundee, but Robinson came in at a terrible part of the season. He kept us up. He identified straight away what the problem was, and it was mentality. And we talked about it in podcasts quite a lot, to be honest, about mentality. We look at our first game of the season against Hearts. Yes, it wasn't a great performance, but did we win? Did we fight for the win? Did we show aggression in the last minute? Did we score 2 goals in the last 5 minutes? Yeah, we did. So for me, that's kind of a team's got a bit of attitude about them and want to win games. But yeah, Dundee was a terrible day in the office. But that one game won't define us this season. Yeah. So, for me, we need to be getting behind the team. We need to be getting behind the manager. Time needs a chance to do what he wants to do, implement what he wants to do. 6 games in, 2 games in the league, rest in the cup games were very much like smaller opposition teams, which we sometimes stumble on. But the hate and the negative online about the manager about the team is just too far at times, and I just think it needs to change, like, very much so.
Yeah, I think it was after a performance like that, players deserve all the stick they get from the fans in the stadium. Should really be left at that point, though. If you're going home to write something on Twitter, adding your favourite player or least favourite player, just to bully them and abuse them, it's not right.
No.
We have to trust him. We have. As much as some people out there don't trust him, and I don't understand why, because he did pretty well at 2 clubs. He kept them in low budgets, kept putting them top 6 at times in the league. He's come to a club that's got a much bigger budget. He's trying to change what was essentially a fucking shit show.
Also, I don't know if it's media or if it's just fans that have been doing it, but I've seen so many people saying, well, we know what Robinson's going to do. He only ever plays 3-5-2.
He hasn't played 3-5-2.
He hasn't.
Exactly. So people have this preconceived notion that Stevie Robinson, he plays boring 3-5-2, wing backs do all the work. He's trying something different because he's got the extra budget, he's got the players. So maybe this is what Stevie Robinson is actually all about.
Yeah.
Give him a chance.
Exactly.
Yeah, give him more than 2 games.
As we talked about, 18 months, I agree with, should be given. But for me, as I said, 6 months' time, if we are in a League Cup semi-final and we're sitting 6 and above, in my point,
get rid of him.
The first thing we should do is get rid of him. But we should be pointing in a position where we should start to trust the manager.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if we're not in that position, we get knocked out from Dundee, and then that would be a shit show. But let's see what happens. We have to trust him to go and deliver because he's obviously got high expectations. He wouldn't have come to us if he didn't think he could do the job and turn us around. You, Dave, you've talked about it before. How he deserves a chance. He deserves a chance at a club our size. He does.
We'll go on to your other favourite, Stephen, right? The one that's in charge of Dundee.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
When he came in, they didn't want that point.
Yeah.
But look at what he's done.
Look what he's done now, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't our Stephen do the exact same?
Exactly.
I totally agree.
Completely agree. Before you go, make sure you're following the Sheepfiddlers Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And if you enjoyed the show, please leave us a review. It really helps more Dons fans find us. You can also keep up with us on social media. Follow the Sheepfiddlers Podcast on X, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok for all the latest updates, episode announcements and Aberdeen chat. And if you'd like to support the podcast, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/sheepfiddlers. Every contribution helps us keep the podcast going. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Come on, you Reds.